Okay, guys, we're back at it again for episode 2 of Shooting the Breeze. Did you practice that? Okay, I'm glad. Wow, okay. Committed.
Yo, you funny as hell,
Okay,
man.
so, my name is Grace. This is...
Fawn.
I'm Sarah.
Je m'appelle Olivier, or my name is Claude, depending on the demographic I'm talking to.
God. Like, you are so extra.
Jesus. Family calls me Olivier. They all call me Olivier.
Pick a name, dude.
But if they know me, they call me Claude.
Pick a name.
Whatever makes you feel
and a
more
language.
I'm bilingual. I'm a diverse individual.
You should say you're trilingual because you speak 3 languages.
All right.
I'm going
Can't count.
Yo,
Okay.
we can't make this another episode of Attack Olivier.
But it was so much fun last time. Okay, guys, let's
Always wanna
move on
shit
to
on the kid.
the first topic at hand. Okay. What is the question tonight? Question tonight is...
Yes.
All right, y'all. Does emotional cheating exist? Is that a thing? You emotionally cheated on me? I call bullshit.
I think it exists. Do you even know what emotional cheating is?
It's not cheating.
It is cheating.
No, cheating is cheating. If I kiss another woman, I have sex with another woman, cheating.
No.
If I'm talking to another woman, I'm talking to another person. That's not cheating.
Hey, why is it that somebody cheats when you say they cheat and they're trying to apologize? They're like, oh, but babe, it was one time. It didn't mean anything. How do you explain that?
I mean, it didn't mean anything to you, but it's going to mean something to the shorty, for sure. Then I'm going to understand that.
Why didn't it mean anything to you?
Well, see, I said it didn't mean anything to you because you're not trying to get in trouble at the moment. It definitely meant something to you while you were doing it, or else you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, so obviously you had emotions for that
It
person.
meant something to you.
Not necessarily. It could have been lust. It could have been, sometimes the liquor hit you a little crazy. It could have just been a spur of the moment. Oh, I'm here. Why not?
But there's something attracted you to that person. So you started out with emotions and you acted out on the emotion.
But that's the key word. Acted out on it. What is emotional cheating? What are you acting out?
Okay.
What is the act of
This
emotional
is
cheating?
emotional cheating. Emotional cheating is you having an emotional connection with someone else other than your significant others. Like, you spend time with that person, you go with that person with your problem, that person brings you flowers, you are talking at all odd hours of the night. So let me ask you this. You would be okay if you had a girlfriend and she's running to this guy every time she has a problem.
You see, you just said 2 completely different things. If you and my female, you my girl, you have a male friend, I'm not gonna get mad at that. You gonna talk to your male friend when we having problems, some shit is gonna stay between us. But if you need to vent, that's your homie.
But that's the thing, though. Those things that are supposed to stay between you guys don't stay between you guys.
That's not always the case.
She
though.
created this whole other connection. It's like she's in a relationship with that guy. The only thing she's not doing is sleeping with the guy.
But that's not necessarily true because I have friends that are homegirls who I tell a lot of shit to. I'm having problems with my shorty and we're not communicating at the moment. Who am I gonna go talk to?
But Olivia, we're not talking about you, and we're not talking. You're talking.
But I'm putting myself in the example to make it like real.
No,
for you.
but like what you're saying is like you are venting with your friend. That's not emotional cheating. Emotional cheating is when you have an emotional connection that is way beyond friendship with someone else other than the person that you're in a relationship with.
I feel like it's happened to you before.
I don't know. I disagree. I don't think it's happening.
Hold on. Claude.
Bro, we on the podcast that's going live. Just vibe.
All right. We'll do a hypothetical, okay? You're with someone.
There's no secrets in here.
You're with someone exclusively, officially,
For sure.
right? That's your girlfriend, okay? You love your girlfriend. Now, there's a girl at work that you have feelings for.
That I find kind of cute.
No. You find cute. You like her vibes. You connect with her on an emotional, intellectual level. You're with her. If you weren't with your girl, you'd be with this girl.
All right, let's call the man in this hypothetical Jordan, because I don't cheat. And let's
Black men don't cheat.
Jordan not black.
Oh my
Black
God.
men don't cheat. Haitian men don't
First, he
cheat.
puts himself in the situation, then he takes himself out of
I
the
put myself in my
situation.
own situation to make it real
Okay.
to help you understand your perspective.
Let's
He's
go.
talking about a hypothetical situation, so I
okay.
can take myself
Okay,
out of
Let's
it.
Now-
call the hypothetical man Jordan.
All right. So
Really
back to the
pause.
hypothetical. Jordan Jordan has a girlfriend, right? That he's in love with. And let's say the girlfriend's Bianca. Now, Jordan also has feelings for Kelly at work. Okay? So, is he cheating on Bianca if he has feelings for Kelly?
No.
What makes you say
Feelings
that?
are feelings. Don't y'all, bro, either you're in a relationship or you've been in a relationship. Don't you have people that, you might have feelings for this girl because, she look kind of cute.
But
Or your girl might have feelings for this boy. What y'all call it? Like your celebrity crushes. Yeah, you never met the person, but to me, those are still
But a
feelings.
crush is
But
a
that's-
crush.
wait, that's not
But that's a feeling.
That's
That's
what
not
I'm
what
saying.
emotional cheating
That's
is.
not what we're talking
But that's not
about.
what Stefan just told me. Did you listen to
No,
this
but-
hypothetical situation?
Okay, but before you said Jordan cheating, he was saying that he said the situation, if Jordan wasn't with Bianca, he would be with Kelly.
All right, that happens in everyday life. If I
Then-
didn't have my
then you
girl,
cannot
I would
be-
be with
okay.
X or B or
No,
C.
that doesn't happen in everyday life.
Look, I'm not saying you're gonna go out there and try to get them, but if you're not with your girl and you're making an emotional connection with somebody else, if you're single at that time, you're gonna pursue that. How did you get with your girl or your man if you're a woman or not?
But that's the thing,
You
though.
had an
I feel
emotional
like
connection and
you're
then you
missing
went
the
on it.
point. You should never let it get that far for you to create an emotional connection with someone else. The moment you do, then you open the
Facts.
door
But see,
for
this is
other
where
things.
I think this is where we kind of disconnect, because my understanding of an emotional connection is not something you go out and chase. How do you make friends?
you don't have to chase it. Hold up. Pause.
But
Time out.
exactly, you don't have to chase. It's an
No,
an emotional connection that happens.
Even if
act
you don't
on
chase it,
you're cheating.
No, listen. Even if you don't chase it, you don't allow it to happen.
What do you mean? You're not gonna have any friends. You're not gonna make. If you're at
But-
work,
but
how
that's
do you
the-
act? How do you act?
But
with
Okay,
your
that's the thing.
I got-
That's the thing, Olivier. A friendship is not the same. It's not the same emotional connection.
I got.
I-
But that's what because you keep using emotional connection
I'll give
for
you-
everything.
I'll
use
give you a
emotional
more
connection
extreme
for a
example.
friend and an emotional connection.
I'll give you a more
for the
extreme
other.
example.
You have to differentiate because emotional connection can't be with both of them.
There are different type of emotional connections.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
I
the
have an
emotional-
emotional connection with my friends, but I'm not fucking trying to get with them.
Okay,
but that's an
then
emotional connection.
The problem with emotional cheating is that, okay, maybe the way they coin the term emotional cheating might be like the wrong term to coin
But
it.
it's still cheating.
But it's still cheating because
All
what
right,
you're
define
doing.
emotional cheating for me, please.
Okay.
I'm really.
I got you right here.
Shoot.
We'll go back to Jordan because
Cheating ass nigga.
Claude don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. So Jordan is with Bianca. All right. Jordan goes to a party. Okay. Kelly approaches Jordan. This is the first time he's meeting. He's meeting Kelly.
So
He knows. You could tell. He knows Kelly is physically attracted to him, sexually attracted to him, and is trying to get with him. Okay.
that's
He
a
ne-
major
hold up.
situation, my boy.
Hold up. He never mentions that he has a girlfriend, Bianca. He flirts back, right? And he's going on with her, leading her on, or whatever you might call it. And he actually ends up developing those same feelings that she has for her as well. That's not emotional cheating. So you can flirt as much as you want, do as much as you want, as long as you don't actually physically kiss this person or have sex with them. It's not cheating. That's what you're saying.
You see, you said that's not emotional cheating, and that's not cheating. I don't.
Emotional
That's-
cheating is
So to
cheating.
you,
Put that
that's
in your head.
what- that's
That
what-
Emotional
story-
cheating is
that's what
cheating.
he's
That
saying.
boy set himself up like a dumb. Can I cuss here?
I didn't set myself up.
Like a dumb ass.
Hold
Not
up.
you, Jordan.
Oh,
Not Stefan.
Jordan.
That's a
I was
loyal
gonna say.
brother right there.
All right, go
All right,
ahead.
but literally, like that setup, that's a f boy. You know what I mean? Like that's not a good dude. He didn't cheat, but he set himself up to cheat.
But that's what cheating is, because other people think that just because they didn't sleep with the person, then that what they're doing is okay.
All right, well, I'll
But
say
I-
this: like, not saying you have a girl or lying about having a girl. Yeah, for sure, you on the path to cheating. But if the shorty knows you have a girl, she might even have a man. Y'all just have a connection. It's a connection. You're gonna connect with different kinds of people. It's not anything that's sexual or anything like that. It's just a connection.
But there is sexual tension between
That's
you
a
guys.
fact.
Because you guys are just not acting on it. But the fact that you allowed yourself to be in that space is wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. What if you have no choice? If I'm at work and I connect with someone,
You do have a choice.
what is the choice? Help me.
There is always a choice.
But that's what I'm saying. What do you do? Do you like not
Just
be
'cause
as
you wa-
nice as you usually are?
Just because
The
nobody's telling you
choice
nothing.
is either you're gonna pursue it, break up with your girl, or not, and break off any connection you have with that other person.
But see, y'all are saying different things. I don't know if y'all are hearing me. I'm saying
I see what you're saying in
Right.
terms of like
it's
what
not even
choice
putting
you have in terms of,
yourself
like,
in
do
this
you not
situation.
do you not interact with them at all, or so on and so forth.
That's
Yes.
my whole point. There has to be a
That's
trust in a
that's the
relationship to
choice.
where it's like, I have my girl. You know I have my girl. Yeah, I rock with you. We get along, but I'm not gonna take any kind of further steps.
Yeah,
This
but then-
connection
But then
exists.
that person should not be in your life.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm working with you and we develop this connection, it's not even like we developed it. You know how some people just hit it off? Hitting it off is developing a connection. That's literally what it is. If I'm working with you, I'm a cordial person. Do I have to stop being cordial? Do I have to make it awkward?
But check this out. If you know that she's feeling you, right? And you in your head, let's say in your head, it's not that big a deal in your head, you know, you're not really feeling her that much, but you know how she feels towards you, and you still interact with her in that way, like with the flirting and everything. Not only are you leading her on, you never made it clear to her, I don't feel that way about you.
Look.
This is making me uncomfortable because I have a girl at home. You should not be talking to me the way that you're talking to
I
me.
will say personally, I have been in that situation when I have my girl. I make shit clear. Yo, I have my girl. I know we kind of fuck around.
Exactly.
If it's
But
too
that's the
much,
thing.
it's
That's
too much.
you did the right
made
thing.
it clear, but not everybody do that. What they do is they entertain the other person.
Well, at that point, they're just stroking their ego. I
Well,
think you either you're cheating or you're not cheating. You have trust or you don't have trust. I
That's
don't
a-
think there's
yeah.
emotional cheating.
Call it
and
emotional
physical
cheating.
Cheating is cheating, bro.
Emotional
Cheating
cheating.
is cheating is cheating is cheating.
We
Period.
call it
Then
emotional
just 'cause you
cheating.
didn't act on the physical side didn't mean that you didn't cheat. You cheated. You started on that path.
Is sexting cheating?
Sexting
Hell
who?
yes.
Did you say sexting who?
Yes. If I'm talking to a single girl, that's not cheating. If I'm single, that's not cheating.
Hold up. If
Okay.
you're not single.
Why would we call it cheating if you're both single? We're talking about people
Hey,
in
look,
relationships.
I'm in law school, baby. You gotta make shit clear.
Oh
You feel
my
me?
God.
Like, seriously.
Shameless plug.
Oh my God.
Hey, next topic. I can't do it. Yo, you can't argue with a nigga from law school. You just
Yes,
it's not gonna
he
get through his
can.
head.
His arguments
Yeah,
are
but here's the
flawed.
thing. Even if he's
All
wrong,
right,
he's not
y'all
gonna
be
let
the
it go.
judge. Please take the time to listen to this podcast and actually listen to what we're all saying. Because at some points we're listening to each other, but at other points we're not. We keep fucking going around in circles. You say I don't listen, but I've heard everything that you guys have said.
I didn't
guys
say you don't listen.
Went one point here and try to stretch that point into something else, but it's something else.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You know what? I made my point very clear.
No,
in
see,
terms
that's
of
why I
the
could
cheating.
converse with this brother.
I made my points very clear. Instead
my
of the
God.
cheating, that emotional cheating is cheating, and I
A lot
gave
of
you
sexism
specific
going
examples.
off on this
My
podcast.
thing is, even if I give you those specific examples and you see how valid my point is, you're not gonna let your point. You're
No.
gonna stick to your guns.
If
is what I'm saying.
your point is valid, your point is valid. I can't argue with that.
Okay, where my
that's
point's
a valid
valid.
point. You have a completely valid point. I agree with your point. I don't agree with calling it emotional cheating. You're on the path to cheating. You're on the path to destruction. You shouldn't do it. But emotional cheating and cheating, that's
Okay, I
can't
think that
differentiate the
if you
two.
take that path, even if you don't act on the physical, just by taking the path, you've done wrong.
for sure.
And just like, and there are some men that excuse that behavior, but the problem is it's still not okay.
I agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
Because it's like okay, you're stopping yourself from sleeping with that person, but you really want to.
Yeah, you want to, but that's my whole point. You
But then-
want to. You're
but
doing wrong,
yeah.
but you're not cheating.
But if you have a girlfriend or you have a wife or you have a significant other or whatever, you guys agree to be exclusive, why put yourself in that position? Because you've already set yourself up for something to happen. And the moment that you do that, for me, you've cheated.
Nah. See, the moment you've done that, you've definitely lost trust. You're definitely going downward, but you haven't cheated yet.
So how would you feel if it was a female if your female did that to you?
I wouldn't like it, and we'd have a conversation. I wouldn't call it emotional cheating.
Or would you
I
call
wouldn't
it?
call it cheating. I'm like, damn,
What
bro.
would you call it?
She's hurting me. Period. Like, you're hurting me.
Okay,
Why aren't you
well,
talking to me? Why
okay,
you talking
well,
to this
to
other dude?
I guess that's the word that people are using to coin the situation. That's what they're calling it. But to me, it's like if you are in a relationship and you take that path, you've already done wrong. You've already broken my trust. So at the end of the day, we can have a conversation, but at the end of the conversation, that person may not want to be with, the person that did them wrong anymore.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And there are people that do this. They're like, oh, well, I work with her. I work with people and we laugh and we joke around, but I never put myself, put yourself in a position where it can lead to that. Nobody's telling you not to be cordial. I'm a friendly person. Nobody's saying that, but people are saying that there are boundaries that you should not cross. And if you feel like you're vibing with someone a little bit too much to the point where it's over, you're crossing the line of friendship, then that's where you need to stop yourself. Because you have an emotional connection with anybody. I have an emotional connection with my friends. I have an emotional connection with my cousins, with my family. You have an emotional connection with people. That's how you create those people. That's how these people become in your life. But there's a fine line that you should never cross. And once you cross that line, that's what people call emotional cheating. Is that person crossed a line?
See, there you go. She had it 99% correct. She says, I'm agreeing wholeheartedly with her statement.
99.9%.
Because you crossed the line, you wrong, you all that. But coining it emotional cheating, that's the only thing I'm against.
So it's just a terminology issue.
Yes, because it's a slippery slope, bro. You start differentiating between emotional cheating and actually cheating. Like, what? This is bullshit.
Well,
you're either cheating or you're not cheating, bro.
This is the norm of the beautiful world we live in. There's no black and white. There's always gonna be that gray area that you try to find to be. How would you say?
There's black, white, and gray.
No.
Law school.
Oh my gosh. Can I finish, please? Yeah, it's just that gray area that you're in there. You try to find a way to explain it. You have like a term for it to better explain it, to better understand what is going on. So you can disagree with the word, but it's just something like she said we coined for that situation. It's a gray area.
Coin it all y'all want. I'm not gonna be cool.
The act itself is wrong. I mean, you don't have to call it emotional cheating, but you
at least he agrees that it's wrong.
Bro, I don't agree with the act at all. I don't agree with shit like that. If you're committed to someone, commitment is something that I take very, very seriously. I don't play with that shit. I just don't want to play around with these all emotional cheating. He only emotionally cheated on me. It's okay. What the fuck? Either he cheated on you or he didn't. Either he broke your trust or he didn't. Either you can still be with him or you can't.
Olivia, you can't.
Period.
You're not in the relationship. You know what the person have. We can't judge that person for forgiving that other person.
I'm not judging you for forgiving anybody. Your relationship is your relationship. I'm simply talking about coining cheating and emotional cheating. My point is very superficial, with just emotional cheating or cheating. Everybody has a level of things that they can accept and that they can't. Some people can accept when their significant others cheated on them. They go to therapy, they work it out, and some people can't. It is what it is. We all have different things that we can handle. But coining emotional cheating and cheating,
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that it matters what we call it or what someone else calls it. I feel like I don't think that's the situation at hand. I think we should stop focusing on the term. And I understand how you don't want to call it that, but we didn't coin the term. Someone coined the term.
Exactly. And I've seen situations to where I've seen a lot of people get hurt behind that term. Not everybody has the same amount of strength. You know what I mean? Like some people actually, and we all know them, some people need somebody else in order to feel whole.
Then maybe
I say try to get self-aware and try to get that shit checked out. That's never healthy, but some people just are like that.
Okay, then you can't be in a relationship with someone.
Okay, but we all see it happen. We all exist in the world. We all see it. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
A lot of people will try to use, and I've seen it done, that emotional cheating to wiggle out and like keep a situation going that should not be. It shouldn't still be alive.
Can someone be left over that act? I won't even call it.
Yes, for sure. If you break my trust, you break my trust. Period.
All right, bet. Move on to the next topic.
Was that one too much for you?
That was a little too much for me. So, question.
What's your question?
So there's this show
Oh gosh.
on Netflix.
By the way, he's the only one that has watched this show out of the four of us. So take the
ad
lead.
fee, bro.
So, for you at home that don't know what this show is, let me explain the show. There's like 10 different guys and 10 different girls are put in a house. The guys are on one side of the house and the girls are on the other side of the house. The main idea of the show is for them, you fall in love with someone. You're supposed to find your soulmate in this house. But in the process of finding your soulmate is you never get to see them. You don't get to see them face to face. How it works is you go into these things called pods. When a guy goes into a pod, on the other side of it, there's another pod for a girl to go into. And you can talk to whoever you want, whatever girl, whatever guy you want. But you only know them based on the pod they're in or based on what their name is and how you connect with them. But you never actually see them until you propose to them. You propose to the one you think you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Now, here's another catch. You only have 10 days to propose to them. So my question is, do you guys believe you would be able to fall in love with somebody in 10 days or less, seeing the fact that you've never seen them or done anything with them physically?
Just with that, yes.
Can I go?
With the proposal, hell no.
Can I say my opinion?
Go ahead.
I think these people are thrown in this situation. I don't want to be mean, but it's kind of like, is this the last resort for them to find someone?
Oh my God!
No! Jesus
take it
Christ!
too far.
Wow. Okay.
But in all fairness, she may be right because we never know what those people are going through.
All right. I'm not gonna lie to you though. For a lot of them, it is last resort.
Oh my God!
No. Like there was one girl on there. She said her mom reminds her every week that her ovaries are drying up.
Oh my God!
No,
It's not funny.
Listen, it's not. But she's saying her mom reminds her every week that it's time she finds a man, starts a family. Like they get that and they see that it's listen. I have to do this now, or I'm never gonna do it.
Oh my God. Okay, so basically your question is love blind, and is it possible to find?
That's a good way to ask the question.
I like that. I will say this. I feel like when we grow up, based on what we see in the media, we all have this ideology of who we think we should be attracted to. Okay? And I feel like as you grow older, you start figuring out what you need versus what you think you want. Or what is going to mesh with you. And I will say that you can create a connection. You might not know that you want to marry that person in 10 days. Personally, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. But I think that when you meet someone and that person connects with you on another level and you guys share the same values, the same morals, you guys are both, on some sort of path, like, it's a similar path. Like, you guys are not like, you're like forging, like, there's like this connection that's just, you may not think would have happened, but it did happen based on conversation. And I don't think that physical attraction is everything. Because you could be physically attracted to someone, but not have that connection.
Now, here's another part to it as well. The thing with it being only 10 days is the plus of it is you're not distracted with the normal distractions that you have. Let's say like cell phone use, or you went out on a date somewhere to where you guys are interacting with each other, but you're also doing the other thing you're doing where you're being distracted.
Or your family's not interfering
exactly.
in the situation.
When you're sitting in the pod with them, you're completely talking to them. They have 100% of your attention, you have 100% of their attention, and that's all that there is. It's just you guys connecting. So when you're doing that for 10 days, you're connecting more in 10 days than you might connect with somebody you've been with for months.
Yes.
Can
I ask a question? Does it have to end up in marriage? Can it just end up in a regular boyfriend girlfriend relationship, or like let's get to know each other more?
So when you propose to them, you have like 28 days, I think it is, for them to plan the wedding, and you can decide whether you actually want to go on with the wedding, or I think you can walk out of there with them and just be in a relationship. I don't know. They didn't say the exact
because
rules.
that's my question. It's like,
I mean,
why proposal? Why marriage in 10 days?
Yeah,
What do you know? But
that's the thing, though, Sarah.
What
Sometimes
what do you know?
That's what people are looking for.
No, but I'm saying, what do you know in 10 days?
Okay, it's just
because besides emotions aside, there's still more. There are other things that goes into a relationship, and if this is someone you're proposing, you're gonna live with them for the rest of your life. You don't know their
baggage.
There you go. Their baggage, their good habits, their bad habits.
But they tell you
their
baggage. No, listen, I'm telling you.
They tell you their bad habits.
The show, they tell you everything.
I don't know. I feel like they tell you never truly know someone until you live with them.
Hold up. Except for the one guy that didn't say his secret, whatever his secret was. I can't ruin it for y'all though, but he had a secret.
We need to watch the show.
That he didn't say what his secret was. He proposed to the girl, and she said yes, but she don't know the secret yet.
Is it a bad secret or a good secret?
Depends on who you are.
I can kind of guess the secret. Is he?
He got 4 baby mamas out there.
Let's just say he's fluid.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay. This is what I think.
Before we move on, I just observed something. I have to let it out real quick. And this isn't anything with just us. This is like the state of 2020. Anybody watching this podcast and us here actually want us to think about this, because I've been noticing this a lot more since like 2018 to now.
Yeah.
I don't know the proper like terminology, so I don't want to fuck it up. But like the LGBT community is like becoming a lot more LGBTQ. My bad, no disrespect, but all that's been getting accepted a lot more in every culture. But now we're kind of like graduating to newer and newer levels. We see what's happening with Dwayne Wade and his daughter. He kind of made a funny joke, but because we're on camera, everybody was kind of like the mood kind of shifted a little bit, you feel me? But I don't think he said anything bad. I thought it was funny as fuck, but the mood still kind of shifted.
When he said
he was fluid, yeah.
Hold on though, I'm using the word that he used.
No, I feel you. He made that joke off camera.
This is the word that the guy used about himself in the show. Before y'all get at me, this is the word that he used in the show.
This isn't a get at me
Why are you
situation.
looking around like someone's
but that goes towards my point, honestly, because look.
He looked around from left and right like someone's about to come back.
No, but he's right. If you think about everything that's going on right now, like how many celebrities got caught up in a bunch of different kind of drama, and people personally, like a joke that was like just between you and your people, like 5 years ago, you could laugh about it. Now you have to be careful because someone could take it the wrong way. But it's not even whether they're actually offended or if they're just standing up for the cause. You just don't know, because everybody is sensitive about something. And so are we, But I wonder like why that is, because we seem to be getting more progressive as a nation, but we're also not really progressing in terms of open communication.
I feel like this is why people get offended. I feel like even though we are getting more progressive, there are still a lot of areas in our society where being part of the LGBTQ community is not accepted. And it's like, no matter how much we like to think that we've all have evolved, I feel like we still have a long way to go. It's the same thing with like, people are like, oh, racism doesn't exist anymore, but it does. And it's like, it's institutionalized and it still happened. But because you're not the person in the situation, you don't feel it. You don't understand. And it's the same thing for everybody that is different that is not what we used to consider the norm. You know what I mean? So it's like, there are still part of the country where having a particular sexual orientation or being a particular skin color or coming from a particular country or practicing a particular religion is still not accepted. And I feel like until we as human beings understand that what someone does as a choice for themselves is not affecting us as a whole, we will never move past those moments. And I feel like that is the problem. And I think we need to understand, it's like people have the right to choose who they want to be, who they want to love, what they want to do. And if it's not harming you, why do you care?
I feel you. It's like I always said this thing about like this generation now. It's like we took 3 steps forward, but with what's going on today in this world, we're still taking 10 steps back. It's just like it I don't know, it's like yes, things are more accepted, but then also you still have the other side that don't accept them, and they're like things like things like LGBTQ,
Mhm.
like same sex like
Yes,
they
it's
legalize their marriages now, but it's like yes they move forward, but it's like you're also moving forward with the people
Yeah.
that don't agree with that. So the media has given them the power, both sides power, to go forward with their messages.
Yeah. But I feel like at the same time, not all messages are heard equally. And then you'll have things like elected official that will put forth laws that makes us as a whole better, and then you'll have another leader that comes in and tries to take it away. It's like, yes, it's more accepted. Yes, we talk more about it. Yes, it's more out in the open. But unless if you still have institutions that are putting roadblocks for certain people, then I don't think it will ever change. You understand?
This is where I get confused, and maybe the audience can drop a comment or something explaining this to me. What they said is, like, if you look at our whole history, blacks or Latino or Asians, everybody that came to this country for the first time, Irish, Italians, Jews, everybody experienced racism, and everybody's like struggle was to get accepted, to just have a slice of the pie. And eventually everybody started winning, but then it got past color and into sexual orientation. Now it's going to go past sexual orientation into something else. At the end of the day, it's like, I don't remember which one of y'all said it, but we're all fighting to be who we want to be. We're all fighting to be ourselves. We're literally all fighting for the same thing. Like, once I understood that, I was able to just accept everybody for who they are. Then I just judged you off whether you were a genuine person or not. Whatever your views are, if you're genuine, we could like have a genuine conversation and you respect me and I respect you. All right, I don't accept your views, but we're gonna be homies and we're gonna be able to have a conversation and talk in a real way. If we all have a past and we all have something that we're sensitive about and we all have something that we struggle for and fight for, why are we always trying to keep somebody else down instead of just trying to rise up together? You feel me? This might be idealistic, but I really want to know if there's a way for us all to do that.
There is a way. There is a way, and I feel like it's accepting one another and accepting that but that's the thing. People don't want to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you get them to that point?
But
I don't know.
I think we're moving towards the right direction because, of course, things were a lot worse.
So?
Here's the thing. I think we're moving towards the right direction. It's definitely not perfect or nowhere near close to being perfect because there are still a lot of people out there that strongly disagree with people being themselves, whatever themselves may be.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, when you think about it, think of how it was. Think of how far we've come, just let alone like 10 years ago. Like when I think about when I was
black president,
which this still that's true. So think about. So I'm thinking right now when I was in high school, and little things like let's say somebody does something stupid, and someone would say, and I apologize for saying this, I'm just saying what happens. Someone would say, "Man, stop, that's gay." Where they would coordinate the word gay with being dumb or stupid or so on. That's something that I used to see being done. That's something that I've even been, a suspect of doing. Mm-hmm. That's something I haven't done in at least 7-8 years. Because of me, compared to how we were raised, as we all know, I think we've come a long way. But at the same time, I think the people in the times that we are now, especially the ones trying to be themselves, are huge victims of this situation. But they're also, one thing I want to say is like they're victims and also examples, but we're going towards the right direction. They're going through the bad part so that the future can go through the better part.
I understand what you mean.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Said it like
it's our responsibility to educate ourselves. If there's something we don't know, ask questions. Make sure that you're sensitive about other things, that you're speaking the way you're supposed to be speaking. But I think with all of what we're doing, we're moving towards the right direction. We all wish we could get there a little bit faster, but we're moving towards the right direction.
So basically what you're saying, it is important to have a conversation.
Correct.
It is
genuine
important, a
conversation.
genuine conversation. It's important to go into a room with someone that is different than you and
Yep.
keep an open mind.
Yep.
And I think that that's what we're lacking in nowadays. It's because I feel like people are so focused on their slice of the pie that no one is listening to the other person.
And I think I find it so shocking in this melting pot that we live in. It's like I feel like every day I meet people from different religion, race, sexual orientation, skin color. And it's like in this day and age in the world that we live in, it's a shock that no one like accepts, or there's still like racism or like how would you say sexism. It's like we come a long way and these things are still here.
We're still not in an okay place.
Let's be honest though, because what you said is actually the point. And Stefan, you were right as well. We were all born and raised in Haiti. We came here at 9, 10 years old. How old were you guys?
I was 14.
14.
I was 10.
So you're old enough to kind of grow up and still have some of the values of your home country, but also young enough to be able to come here and adapt to the situation and adapt to the culture and still keep an open mind to grow and learn and be able to connect to people from different perspectives and kind of become more accepting. But people come to this country or they immigrate to this country every day. And like their people still hold on to whatever like racism or hatred or dislike like was still in their hearts when they came here.
But I don't think it's just people that immigrated here. I think it's like people that have lived here also.
Yeah, but you're surrounded by your family. And your family, their values are what's gonna. It's like you're picking it up by osmosis, whether you want to or not. The people you surround yourself with.
Religion plays a huge part too.
I do agree with that, and I do agree with that. I just wish that I also feel like it's also a lack of education.
Yep.
It's also a lack of and I feel like yes, we live in a day and age where information is so readily available to us, but there are people that don't do the work. And and that is sad. But anyways, so we're gonna end the podcast on this note. I know it wasn't as funny and light as the beginning, but I think those important conversations do need to happen, and they, and so I'm hoping that maybe next time we have a guest that we can invite and just, have another perspective. So thank you guys again for coming, and we're out.
You.
Eddie.